shouldn't eat the quesadilla with it.
David made, good morning, Petunia.
Are you sure it's recording?
Yes.
Yeah.
David made, look at our messy house.
Look at how good this
His own
this
breakfast.
quesadilla looks, though. Look at how good it looks.
Did you shut off the oven? Or the stove?
No, Daddy did.
Okay, it's off. How is it? Delicious?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Petunia.
You already said that.
Here, David, you talk while I go get a book. Tell
Um,
everybody about your breakfast.
so, I made my own breakfast today because I wanted to.
A quesadilla and a sandwich.
But the quesadilla is a little more healthy. And it's still not healthy.
I should put wraps on my shopping list.
Green wraps.
I don't know if I still have those. What's on your sandwich? You made an egg sandwich.
With ketchup.
With ketchup? Oh.
And mayonnaise. But there's not much more on it, so it's kind of just like a wild bread.
You should go get yourself a drink. That's weird. Good morning, Petunia Preschool.
It's like 5 times.
I know, I'm just sitting down. I didn't, it was kind of a spur of the moment to turn the camera on and record you, and then I wasn't really ready. It is hot outside already. It is Thursday, and I went outside to drink my coffee outside, and oh my gosh, I can tell it's gonna be a hot one today. Dee, are you gonna swim in the pool? I have some work to do, and I just want to sit outside.
Eat off that little bit right now.
No, it's okay, babe. All right, yesterday I had read Aladdin, and it's okay, babe. I'm talking. And,
you have to.
All right, David wants me to test.
So good.
Just kidding. That was good. I love those spinach wraps. Do you guys like quesadillas or wraps? These wraps, they're green. They're my favorite. They're spinach.
They're my favorite too.
Spinach wraps. So good. I love a wrap. All right, yesterday I read Aladdin, and my video got destroyed right at the very last moment because I still don't know how to.
I think Sam.
Did you tell Sam not to call until later? So we'll try this again, and if my video gets destroyed this time, then I need to figure something out.
Like talk to his mom.
Because it's hard. Are you guys gonna play in the sun today? Are you going to play in the sprinkler? Do you have a swimming pool? Popsicles? I think I need to. Hi, Cringer. I need to go get a little bit of groceries today, so I might have to get some popsicles.
And me a new ball.
We're all out. Oh, yeah. Better put that on the list. David, I got him a big bouncy ball. It was like this big.
If that was a real bouncy ball.
I mean, it bounced. It was a ball that bounced, and it was really fun to kind of.
I wish it was a bouncy ball because that would be huge, like a giant, awesome.
It was fun to hit back and forth, and he and his daddy were
Once I got to
smashing it around outside, and it hit the rose bush and just popped. And David, no thank you.
Yes.
No, you eat that. I really don't want a ketchup egg sandwich.
It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna say no.
One bite.
No, I don't want it, honey. It's all you, babe. I don't want that.
Please.
David, I don't want that. Thank you for letting me try the quesadilla.
No, I really, really, really want you to try.
I don't want it.
Why?
I really do. I do not like ketchup on eggs.
Try it.
I don't want it.
Once.
Please listen to my words.
One little bit.
Long ago, I'm gonna start reading. Okay.
No.
And then let's get our schoolwork done so we can enjoy the weather. Long ago, beneath the shimmering, not shivering, the shimmering stars of the desert night, a fantastic tale began to unfold. Jafar, advisor of the Sultan of Arabah, was searching for a lamp hidden in a place known as the Cave of Wonders. This magical lamp held within it the power of a genie who could grant 3 wishes to whoever possessed the lamp. And I lost my spot. The only way to find the entrance of the Cave of Wonders was to match 2 halves of the scarab medallion. The evil Jafar had 1 half, and now his parrot, Iago, waited for a thief named Gazim to bring the other. Suddenly, they heard the muffled sound of galloping hooves. Moments later, Gazim's horse skidded to a halt. "Have you brought it?" asked Jafar. "I have. Excuse me, oh patient one," answered Gazim. Excuse me.
I love mommy.
I love you too. Jafar took out his half of the medallion and put 2 pieces together. Let me try to get it so you guys can see the pictures better.
Can I see the medallion? There's a medallion?
He put the 2 pieces of the medallion together. It looks like this.
It's like a weird chicken bird without a head.
Or like a little fly. Or like the seeker in Harry Potter. That's what I think. Except for bigger. Then it sprang from Jafar's hand and streaked across the desert like a shooting star. Isn't that what it's called? What's the little golden ball in Quidditch? It's not the seeker. The seeker is the person. What is that little ball called? You guys know? You guys read Harry Potter with your moms or dads?
Oh my god, we'll find out. Tonight.
"Follow the trail," Jafar shouted as he spurred his horse. The 2 men followed the enchanted scarab until it split into 2 lights in a dune. The dune grew larger and larger, and finally it transformed itself into the face of a huge tiger with 2 glowing eyes. Let me read the page and I'll show you. "At last, the Cave of Wonders," cried Jafar. He turned to Gazim. "Now remember, bring me the lamp. The rest of the treasure is yours, but the lamp is mine."
Kazim.
Hold, I am getting... Excuse me? Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm getting some messages. This is why I need to do this with my phone. Trembling, Gazim entered the tiger's mouth. In an instant, its huge jaws clamped shut around him. "Only one may enter here," thundered the voice of the cave. "Seek out the diamond in the rough." With that, the cave sank into the sand, leaving only the scarab behind.
What's the diamond on the
That would be great. That would be diamond in the rough is kind of like what Aladdin is like, where maybe looks a little rough because Aladdin was didn't have a lot of money, but he was inside. He was really nice and pure. So, and sometimes I think diamonds need to be polished and stuff before they look all sparkly and pretty. "I can't believe it. We'll never get that silly lamp now," squawked Iago after he had retrieved the scarab. "Patience, Iago," said Jafar. He thought for a moment. The diamond in the rough. Someone poor and ragged on the outside, but pure and noble on the inside. "I must find this one," he said with an evil smile.
Do the Petunias know that this morning for breakfast, David made himself a breakfast egg sandwich and a quesadilla? It seems like a little bit much.
So what happens when he asked if he could just make his own breakfast, and
He was going to... I had to stop him from putting the quesadilla on the sandwich. He was prepared to
that
make
would be,
a
you really
quesadilla
need
sandwich.
a glass of water with that one.
I was like, that's disgusting. He's like, why? Like, imagine eating that.
Like a bread sandwich. Bread inside of bread.
Well, live and learn. You're only 9.
I mean, I didn't, so
Quesadilla sandwiches.
I want some water.
You can go get some water, honey. If you can make breakfast, you can get water. All right. The next morning in Arabah's marketplace, a young man named Aladdin and his monkey Abu were helping themselves to breakfast. The fruit sellers saw them and sent Razul, the Sultan's chief guard, after them. "Stop, thief!" shouted Razul as they raced away. So he doesn't have a lot of money, but he was hungry, so he took an apple. The guards chased Aladdin and Abu through the streets, but they managed to escape. As they sat down to eat, Aladdin noticed 2 hungry children. Like him, they had no money for food. So although he was starving himself, Aladdin gave his food to the grateful children. So Aladdin was hungry and he didn't have any money, and so he took an apple, and he was going to eat it, but then he saw
I think
that there were some...
Mommy, I burped and you thought you burped.
No, I had like a dead bug on my chest. So he saw, but then he saw some hungry children, and instead of eating the apple himself, he gave it to the hungry children. It's just very kind. Just like us moms and dads always give our food to our kids. It's the last bite. David, can I have it? I always give it to you, don't I? Inside the palace, the Sultan was having a difficult morning too. His beautiful daughter, Princess Jasmine, had insulted yet another
who had eat most of your lunch.
That's what always happens. Another prince who had come to propose to her. "Oh, Jasmine, you've got to stop rejecting every prince who comes to call," said the Sultan. "The law says you must marry a prince by your next birthday. The law is wrong. If I do marry, I want it to be for love," replied Jasmine. Later, as Jasmine petted her tiger, she said softly, "I've never had any real friends, except you, Raja. I've never even been outside these palace walls. I must get away before it's too late." That night, Jasmine changed into ordinary clothes. With a sad goodbye to Raja, she climbed over the garden wall to freedom. Will you please stop kicking my leg under the table? So she really wants to get out of the palace. She doesn't like all the rules. She doesn't want to be chosen who she's going to marry for her. And she's getting out. Jasmine's eyes grew wide with wonder as she explored the marketplace of Arabah the next morning. She had never seen so many strange sights before. Soon, Jasmine spotted a hungry child. Without a second thought, she plucked an apple from a fruit stand and handed it to him. "You'd better be able to pay for that," shouted the fruit seller. "I'm sorry, sir," stammered the princess. "I don't have any money, but if you let me go to the palace, I can get some from the Sultan." So she doesn't even know that you have to pay for things. So she does have money, but she didn't bring any with her. And she saw hungry children and she thought, I'm just going to grab an apple. But
she's so used to just getting everything.
She's so used to just getting everything that she wants that she didn't even think about the fact that you have to pay for things. So that's kind of sad. There's some people struggling and some people that don't even think about money because they just have all they need.
It's not that she's greedy. Just that she's
exactly. She just has never known anything more.
Yeah, how greedy she isn't. She even gave.
Yep. "Thief!" shouted the fruit seller. Luckily for Jasmine, Aladdin came by just in time. "Forgive my poor sister," he said to the fruit seller. "She's a little crazy in the head. She thinks the monkey is the Sultan." At first, the fruit seller thought this over. Aladdin and Jasmine disappeared into the crowd. So Aladdin, he's been up to this for a while. He doesn't have any money, and he has to take food, and he knows how to kind of snatch an apple and run into the crowd and get away. Kind of reminds me of Lady and the Tramp and how the tramp kind of knew how to go through the city and mess with the chickens and run away and get away. But the lady and the Tramp.
That's the Beauty and the Beast.
Aladdin led Jasmine to his rooftop home. We're safe here, he said. "Where do you come from?" "I ran away from home," replied Jasmine, "and I'm never going back. My father is forcing me to get married." "That's awful," Aladdin exclaimed. Suddenly, Jasmine's eyes met Aladdin's, and they leaned toward one another to kiss.
No.
Dee, when you're done with that, will you go get the computer, honey?
Yeah.
Thank you. 2 hands. Meanwhile, his secret laboratory high above the palace, Jafar consulted his magic hourglass. "O sands of time," he chanted, "reveal to me the one who can enter the cave of wonders." The sand parted, and gradually an image began to appear. It was the image of Aladdin. Jafar turned to Iago and flashed his evil grin. Let's have the guards extend him an invitation to the palace, shall we? That's a cool sand timer. Remember the sand timers we got at preschool from when the dentist and that dental hygienist came to visit?
Dental hygienist.
Yeah, I think it was the dental hygienist who actually came to visit us and not the actual dentist. The dental hygienists do they do most of the work, really, cleaning your teeth. Don't do that. Remember we got sand timers? I always loved watching a sand timer. Ours don't tell the future or give us...
Okay.
Maybe it will tell us if you
Have I been?
use this timer, you will not get cavities. Brush your teeth.
Have I been good for the day so far?
So far, we haven't been up for...
I can pay for that tiny rubber chicken,
Oh my
but I really want.
Speaking of not knowing the value of
That's
money, this kid.
So there's on
Dee,
on
Amazon.
Amazon. There's
Stop.
10 rubber
I'm reading a
chickens,
story, honey.
10
Stop.
screaming rubber
Stop.
chickens.
Okay, you're not being good because you're not listening to me.
Wait, what else?
The deal was he had to be good. But you're not. Go clean up your mess.
Okay.
Clean up the mess in the kitchen from your breakfast and get the computer. Hi. All right, so he looked in the sand timer, and the sand timer showed him Aladdin, who is the diamond in the rough. Aladdin may look rough on the outside because he doesn't have a lot of money and fancy clothes. On the inside, he's a really good person. He's the diamond in the rough. Just as Jasmine and Aladdin were about to kiss, the guards arrived. Aladdin ran to the edge of the roof and held out his hand to Jasmine. What are you doing?
Sitting down.
No, you're not sitting down. I said clean the kitchen and go get the computer.
Okay.
Do you trust me? She nodded. Then jump, he cried. They landed safely in a pile of hay, but before they could get away, Razul grabbed them. Angrily, Jasmine threw back her hood. Yeah. Unhand him by the order of the princess, she commanded. Princess? Repeated Aladdin in surprise. I cannot release this prisoner, said Razul. The orders for arrest came from Jafar. Excuse me. Oh, man. Jasmine rushed back to the palace. The guards just took a boy from the marketplace on your orders, she scolded Jafar. I want him released at once. I'm sorry, princess, but he's already been executed, said Jafar.
What?
No, how could you? Cried Jasmine in tears. She ran to her room. It's all my fault, she sobbed to Raja. He was so gentle and brave. I didn't even know his name. Go get the computer now, honey. And clean up the kitchen.
I did.
Oh, I guess, yeah. You wiped up. The counters are cleaned off? Okay, go get the computer. But Aladdin was not dead. He and Abu were in the palace dungeon. Yet all Aladdin could think about was Jasmine. She's a princess? He said to himself. She deserves a prince, not someone like me. Just then, an old man appeared from the shadows. It was Jafar in disguise. I can help you get out of here and find treasure enough to impress your princess, he said. If you will help me find the worthless old lamp. Eager to escape, Aladdin agreed, and soon they were on their way to the Cave of Wonders. Excuse me, I'm getting a little sniffly. Oh, there they are. So Aladdin thinks, oh, she's a princess, and I'm just this poor old village person. But what does Jasmine think? When they got to the desert, Jafar fitted the scarab pieces together. At once, the Cave of Wonders rose up from the sand. Touch nothing but the lamp, rumbled the voice of the cave. Quickly, my boy, urged the old man. My lamp is in there. Fetch it, and you shall have your reward. Aladdin and Abu entered the cave. In the first room, they found gold and jewels, and a friendly magic carpet. Shh! Tila, go lay down. The carpet led them to another room and the magic lamp. But just as Aladdin was about to grab the lamp, Abu reached for a giant ruby. No! Abu! Shouted Aladdin, but it was too late. You have touched the forbidden treasure, thundered a voice in the cave. Now you will never see the light of day. All at once, the cave walls began to crumble, and the floor melted into a swirling pool of lava. Aladdin grabbed the lamp, but then he slipped. Before he fell into the fiery liquid, he was saved by a magic carpet. They rescued Abu and flew to the entrance of the cave. Just as they reached the entrance, a boulder knocked the magic carpet out from under them. Aladdin fell off, but he managed to grasp... Come on, put that down nicely, David. Jafar took the lamp angrily. Abu jumped and bit the old man. Grasped the rim of the cave. "Help!" shouted the old man. But instead of helping, Jafar took the lamp angrily. Angrily, Abu jumped up and bit the old man. "No, thank you. Go sit down."
But I want
"Ah!" shrieked Jafar, throwing Abu into the cave. Aladdin could hold on no longer. The cave collapsed, sealing Aladdin and Abu deep inside of it. Now get your MacBook or wait till... It was quiet when Aladdin awoke. "We're trapped," he said to Abu and the carpet. To cheer him up, Abu pulled the lamp from his vest. "Why, you little thief," chuckled Aladdin, taking the lamp. "There's something written on it, but it's hard to read," he said as he rubbed the lamp. So he's trying to read what was on there. Rub the magic lamp. The lamp began to glow. Then, in a puff of blue smoke, out popped a magical genie. "I'm your master." Wait, I'm your master? Excuse me. Then out popped a magical genie. "Say, you're a lot smaller than my last master," said the genie. "I'm your master?" asked Aladdin in surprise. "That's right," replied the genie. "I'm here for your wish fulfillment. You have 3 of them, to be exact, but no wishing for more wishes." "I don't know," said Aladdin slyly. "You probably can't even get us out of this cave." "You don't know," said the genie. "Well, watch this." Snoopy, will you go get Snoopy out of the sink? Oh, I can't. David, will you go...
Snoopy, let me go kill you first.
Hey, don't talk like that, please. Quick as a wink, the genie whisked them all out of the cave. "Not bad," said Aladdin, "but I still have 3 wishes." The genie laughed. "All right, but no more freebies." "What would you wish for?" Aladdin asked him. "That's easy," said the genie. "For my freedom. But my master has to wish for that, so you can guess how often that's happened. Aladdin tried to imagine living inside a lamp. Then he said, "I'll use my 3rd wish to set you free. But first, I wish to be a prince," he added, as thoughts of Jasmine filled his head. So he wants to be a prince so that he can marry Jasmine. But Jasmine, did she even want a prince? Remember? She wanted something different. With a snap of his fingers, the genie changed Aladdin's ragged clothes into silken robes and Abu into a handsome elephant. "Now, I am worthy of the princess," said Aladdin happily, as he put the lamp under his turban. It wasn't long.
Dang it.
I didn't know what you were doing over there.
I was pressing right here.
You're trying to... don't hold it in. You'll explode. It wasn't long... Hey, shh. It wasn't long before he was being ushered into the Sultan's palace. "I am Prince Ali Baba," Aladdin declared. "I have come to win the hand of Princess Jasmine." "Hey, Cringer, go to your bed." "Cringer, go to your bed." Those are the same people you see every day. But Jasmine thought the young man was just another silly prince, and she fled the room in disgust. "Cringer, go to your bed." Don't talk like that, please. "Cringer, go to your bed." "Go to your bed." My neighbor Bruce, he always barks at Cringer. And Cringer, he doesn't bark at Cringer.
Cringer does not bark at Cringer.
Cringer always barks at Bruce. And Bruce thinks Cringer's name is Crusher. He always says, "Crusher keeps barking at me." Because Cringer doesn't like our neighbors very much.
Wait, he thinks Cringer's name is Crusher?
Cringer is a very scared dog who barks at everybody he doesn't have a relationship with.
Yep.
Later, Prince Ali managed to convince Jasmine to go for a midnight ride on the magic carpet.
Shh,
stop. Dee, don't do that. "Is it safe?" she asked. "Sure," he replied. "Do you trust me?" In a flash, Jasmine remembered where she had heard those words before. "Yes," she said softly, taking his hand. Jasmine stepped onto the carpet and away they soared. So she's remembering those familiar words from when Aladdin, do you remember when he said that? He said that when he wanted Jasmine to jump into the hay. Cringer.
You think Cringer's name is Crusher?
Could this prince be the boy I met in the marketplace, wondered Jasmine. She decided to find out. It's a shame Abu couldn't come with us, she said. Abu doesn't really like to fly, replied Aladdin. It is you, said Jasmine. But Aladdin was still too ashamed to admit that he wasn't really a prince. Aladdin and Jasmine enjoyed their romantic ride. Then they flew back to the palace and said good night with a kiss.
No.
Should we demonstrate a kiss? Ow!
I didn't even touch you.
You did. You poked my...
No, I did this, and you
Okay.
went, ah.
We'll forever argue. Meanwhile, Jafar had decided to marry Jasmine himself. So as soon as Jasmine was out of sight, the guards... Shh, don't do that, please. Sit
I
down.
hurt myself.
Okay, well, don't do that.
Don't hurt my arm.
Don't scrape. Jasmine, he wanted to marry Jasmine himself, so as soon as Jasmine was out of sight, the guards grabbed Aladdin. I'm afraid you've worn out your welcome, Prince Ali, Jafar hissed. Then the guards tied Aladdin up and threw him into the sea. Uh-oh. I did not think she would want to marry. The weights attached to Aladdin's feet pulled him deep into the water. His turban fell off and the lamp tumbled out. He managed to rub it and the genie appeared. Al, snap out of it, the genie urged. You have to say, Genie, I want you to save my life, okay? Aladdin nodded slightly and the genie brought him to shore. It looks like Aladdin is wearing a mask like we all wear when we go out of the house.
Please, Sam, don't call.
Back at the palace, Jafar had used his magical cobra staff to place the Sultan under a spell. Jasmine, you will marry Jafar, droned the Sultan. Never, cried Jasmine. Father, I choose Prince Ali. At that moment, Aladdin burst into the room. He broke Jafar's staff and shouted, Your Highness, Jafar has been controlling you with this. So that the staff held the magic powers that he was using to control his father. In the struggle, Jafar spied the magic lamp hidden in Aladdin's turban. As soon as Jafar escaped, he had Iago steal it. So Aladdin and the Prince Ali are the same, cried Jafar when he had the lamp at last. Jafar eagerly rubbed the lamp, and the genie appeared. Jafar wished to be the Sultan, and then he wished to be a powerful sorcerer. He turned to the Sultan into a jester, and Jasmine into a slave, and Raja into a tiger cub. I am the most powerful man in the world, Jafar declared. No, you're not, shouted Aladdin. The genie is. Trick him. You're right, Jafar agreed. The genie's power does exceed my own, but not for long. My third wish is to be an all-powerful genie. Your wish, said the genie, is my command. In a flash, Jafar grew into a mighty genie, but before he could enjoy his new powers, shackles appeared on his wrists and the lamp appeared beneath him. With a great whoosh, he and Iago were sucked down into the tiny lamp. 10,000 years in the Cave of Wonders ought to chill him out, said the genie, as he flung Jafar's lamp far into the desert. Everything returned to normal. True to his word, Aladdin used his last wish to free the genie. Then he turned to Jasmine and said softly, I'm sorry I lied to you about being a prince. I know why you did, Jasmine answered. Prince or no prince, you've certainly proved your worth. It is the law that's the problem, declared the Sultan. From this day on, the princess shall marry... David,
What?
Stop. From this day on, the princess shall marry whomever she deems worthy. I choose Aladdin, Jasmine said. Everyone waved goodbye to the genie as he flew off to see the world. Then Jasmine and Aladdin shared a gentle kiss and lived happily ever after.
They always end with a live happily ever after.
And I like he's got his golf club, so he's going to go play golf. And I like that he's also wearing a goofy hat. That's pretty funny.
Okay, I want to
Real quick.
Wait, I want to tell them something too.
Real quick.
The Humpty Dumpty story. Humpty Dumpty sat on a well. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. None of the horses and
All the king's horses.
and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Nowhere in the story does it say Humpty's an egg.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing is this
Real quick, Dad.
pound puppy. And what I like to do is do this and go,
It's a teeny pound puppy.
No, I'll get a teeny.
No. I'm saying goodbye, bud. We gotta
That's
go.
not a teeny pound puppy. There's teeny
David actually has a
pound puppy.
teenier one. Maybe I think we've already shown the pound puppies, and then this guy, he's weird.
His name's Sad Symphony.
Sad
And he
Symphony.
actually
You have to hold it
melted.
back so-
He actually melted right there when he was in
in
somewhere.
the mold.
Yeah.
He's weird.
Like in the mold, it didn't like the mold didn't mold all like he did all the stuff that they made the rubber out of didn't go.
All right.
And it didn't
Time
go
to
in
do our schoolwork.
there.
Jesse and David. Ew. Signing out.